Hey guys, welcome to a new video. My name is Quinten. I am the owner of Trirex, and in this video I want to show you the progress of a new EA that I'm working on. This is an EA based on demand and supply and liquidity, and I've traded this strategy manually for a pretty long time, and it's a very good strategy. It has fixed rules. It's pretty simple. It makes a lot of sense, but I've always wanted to turn this into an EA, and that's why I started working on this a couple of weeks ago, and it's a lot of work, let me just tell you that. The strategy is very simple, but it has a lot of rules that you need to implement into the EA for it to work. So right now I'm around 4,000 lines of code, and I've only been working on the demand zone so far. So yeah, let me just quickly show you what you're looking at, okay? So on the top left, we have a menu. You can enable or disable zones if you want to. You can show invalid zones or not. And when we get a push away, we get a retracement and we break the retracement. We actually have liquidity in front of the zone. This needs to be within a certain amount of distance. There's a lot of tiny rules. Once again, it's a strategy with fixed rules, and the rules make a lot of sense, but there's a lot of rules. And that's why it's so hard to turn this into an EA. But it's a good, it's a good thing to do. I'm really enjoying it so far. And what you're seeing right here is a winning trade. So once again, we have a push away, we have a retracement, liquidity, a high, it gets broken. And now we just wait for price to get back to the zone, the demand zone, touch it with a wick. And then we open a buy trade immediately once it closes bullish. So we can see right here, the zone name is 8, which is here. The box size, the push away, what type of zone is it? Is it a standard zone or an accuracy zone? Is the high taken? Yes. Is the liquidity swept? Yes. And we have a touch. So we open it, stop loss right below the candle that touched the zone. And the take profit is at the previous high. So the high is right here. And this is limited to a 1 to 10. So I think this is a 1 to 5. And then obviously this trade works out. I chose this trade because it's obviously a winner. And not everything is working as intended so far. But it's a work in progress. Let me just wait for it to hit take profit. There we go. So trade, take profit at the high, and it's made over 5%. So let me quickly show you what it looks like in action. So I am trading it right now on the 5 minute of gold. And when we zoom out, we can see a couple of zones that were formed, but got invalidated. So we have a price close inside of the zone. We have a price close inside of the zone. And we have a broken zone, and these are turned red. We can disable them so we don't see them. We can also just say, hey, we want the closest zone and the farthest away zone to be visible. And we can also, if you want to, disable or enable zones manually. We can click enabled, and this will just disable that zone, and it's not here anymore. So I also want to be able to click a specific candle and say, hey, this is the liquidity and this is the high, in case someone wants to actually do manual stuff as well. But the goal of this thing is that you can trade it fully automatically, obviously. So I am not sure when this EA will be finished. I just want to show you guys what it's looking like so far. So this is another example. We have an accuracy zone right here. Push away, we get a high, we get a liquidity because it's close enough to the zone. We can define that in the settings. We can define everything in the settings, and then it breaks the high. So we have a valid zone. When we switch this to a 15-minute time frame, we can see another one. For example here, push, liquidity, takes the high, valid zone. And you can trade this on a lot of pairs. Yeah, it's looking very good so far. Let me just enable this. So this is probably the hardest EA ever that I've been working on. And hopefully it will be finished soon. But yeah, just stay in touch. I will update you guys pretty often, hopefully, with how the process is going. And I'll talk to you guys later.